We've been home for the past few weeks and I've been starting to shift my mindset around delegation. James and I have spoken a lot about our big picture goals, and I've been trying to think about this the way that we think about money. When we budget money, we think of our big picture goals and then we take the steps that we need to take to get to those big picture goals. And I think creativity is very much like that. For us, freelancing has been very successful so far, and that's amazing, but it's not our end goal to build an ad agency, which is why we've decided to hire an editor. I'm by no means an expert, but I think it's a really interesting process to share, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. Our current setup is whenever I'm editing, James is filming something and vice versa. It has worked really well for us, and we're both really lucky that we can work on the same competent level. I have my strengths, he has his strengths. I am an amazing direct response editor. He is an amazing filmer, and we get to kind of feed off of each other in that way. It's really important for us to have proper time on bigger projects like this equity crowdfunding campaign we've been working on. So for the first time, I've completely blocked off James's schedule so he can focus on that project and that project alone. Well, almost as soon as James got started on the crowdfunding video, I got a call from our good friend Nick, who had another high demand project for us. The only way that I would be able to deliver on this project Nick had for us was to get another person to help.
Christina?
Yes?
What are you working on?
Right now I am mitigating a lawsuit by covering up the logo of this brand. The current project that I'm working on right now is an us versus them kind of advertisement. This is exciting because I've been meaning for us to get one of these in the car. Apparently this is a good adventure tool to have. It's all purpose. And James, guess what? I'm going to delegate the editing on this.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so this will be the second time that I'm delegating things. I'm trying to do that because time is invaluable, and we're going down delegation station.
We're gonna start a delegation revolution.
In order to get this help, I needed to shift into that marathon mindset delegation mode where there's just so much work involved. I mean, there's so much work involved in editing, but this is a different kind of work. I had to do a ton of filming and writing. I hate writing so much, but I essentially had to write out a Bible of how we do things. I have previous experience on writing a Bible. I edit the That Creative Life podcast, and recently, very recently, Sarah had me write out a That Creative Life Bible. That way, if I can't edit something, someone else can. But the Bible is there, so the edit is seamless, and that's essentially what I had to do for our own projects.
I'm making a snack which involves almond butter, as always. Christina is working on a direct-to-consumer ad.
Hi, I'm an influencer. Buy my stuff. I've been working on this project for quite some time. We've been working together and they love me, which is great, which is, job security. Unique thing about us is we are talented online. The term influencer is cringy, but we know how to work the camera. So every Judy kit is customized to your exact need. There you go.
So you're using the iPhone today for your shooting.
I am.
Why are you doing that, Christina? Tell me.
Because it's relatable, really. So there's trends in the performance ad space, and right now one of the trends that we're seeing is just really down-to-earth testimonials do really well. I'm using the iPhone because it essentially is lower quality and feels more relatable.
Less polish is good for direct-to-consumer ads.
Yeah, it sounds really horrible, but it's true and it works, but it's hard to remember everything, so it might just be a little bit more ad-libby. Every Judy kit is customized. Kit.
It makes me respect actors.
Yeah, and it makes me realize that I could be a pretty freaking good actor.
You could be a good actor. I think you're very good on camera. I think you do a great job with these.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You gotta not overthink it. When you overthink it, that's when it becomes not good.
Yeah.
You have to be like, expressive eyebrows. Can you believe that hurricanes happen in the middle of the country? You can't believe that because it doesn't.
For each individual project, I wrote out everything in one Google Doc, and that Google Doc had the brand guide, the fonts, all the links that were possibly needed, and I also created a Premiere profile. I don't really like having to create the Premiere profile. It's kind of annoying, but I do this with the hopes that whoever I send the edit off to will edit everything seamlessly as if I were to do it, and then they send me the final Premiere profile. That's when I'll look through it and I'll go, okay, let me change this, let me make this font centered. It's super important for me to have the final touch on the video because I don't want to become a production house. I don't want to become a place where we're just rolling out mediocre videos. Anyway, I film everything that is needed and I send all of that footage to the editor. Over the past couple weeks, I've worked with maybe 6 editors, and so far only one person has stuck, and that's just because James and I are really, really picky and really particular about what we're putting out and what our name is tied to. So if you're an editor, this is not me like firing the editor that I have, but it'd be nice to have an extra person. If you're talented and you think you can hang with James and us, send me send me a direct message on Instagram because that would be very helpful. James, what are you doing?
I'm measuring.
He's using the hyperdrive to measure distance. Do you know that there is a ruler like in Premiere?
Yeah, but I haven't figured out how to tell how far it is from the bottom.
Okay.
And if this one is the equal distance from the top.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And this is a foolproof method?
Oh, I wouldn't call it that. But I can tell roughly how close it is. See, this one's roughly... See, I'm measuring the bottom of this touches the bottom of the frame, the top
Right.
of this touches the bottom of the text.
Okay.
So that's good.
Over the past 2 years or so, we've worked with companies like Hint Water, all the way to Judy, which is like a water brand, and then an emergency preparedness brand. 2 very different spectrums, but it's been super, super fun working on them and going into, for some of the projects, I'm the talent on screen. Anyway, this has been really a nerdy video. No underwater filming, no hiking in the mountains or anything like that, but it's part of our creative process. I geek out when learning about other people's creative processes. So hopefully you enjoyed this if you are a nerd like myself. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, hit the like button, and if you disliked it, then you can just go home. Have a good day, bye!
All right.